All right, let's have some fun, y'all. You might know this one. I'm gonna find out. And if I don't know all the words, get over it, y'all. Tonight, I lost another fight. I don't think I'll just start again. Keep going down, keep on hitting the ground. I'll always get up enough to see what's next. Oh, I'm getting on the ball. Birds don't just fly, they fall down and get up. Nobody knows without getting on. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail. I won't try everything. Try everything. Try everything. Never more come. Moving such a heart with love. Baby, you know I'm like that. Don't beat yourself up. No need to run so fast. No time to come last, but we did our best. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. Oh, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail. Won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I could fail. Keep on making those new mistakes. Yes, we do, y'all. I'll keep on making them every day. Those new mistakes. I'm like, you're nuts, lady. Who gives a shit, right? Try everything. Oh God, the first time I heard that song, try everything. Man, the first time I heard that song, I'm like, holy moly, exactly, That's what we do. That's what Spirit is doing through us. Let's try everything. All kinds of little combinations of energies and can orchestrate the harmony of it all. Wow. The purpose of it all. Wow. The purpose of each and every one of us. I mean, stop to think about that. Every single grain of sand is perfectly placed, perfectly designed, all the way up to the macro of the universe. And to think us little humans have got the power to do all this kind of shit? Come on. Anyway, we have power. We absolutely do. When we use it consciously and really recognize the power of our vibration, the power of our words. Sometimes there's certain words and songs that I think that maybe I'm not supposed to know because I'm not supposed to speak those out loud and just go with the vibe that I am feeling. Who knows? It is what it is. Anyway, I want to share. I don't know what I'm sharing. I'm sharing. I got Michael Weck playing in my ear. See the invisible hear the inaudible, do the impossible. Oh, there's blessings happening right here, right now. Yes, they're too good. It is too good. The immense what I've learned about myself a little bit is I try to pull back. However, when you feel it and you know it's right, you know you're right in there. And that's my All Our Relations fire team. I was reminded this morning, what is your real truth? And I'm going to share a little story. I pulled out Garuda. I listened to myself and turned off all my alarms. At least I'm praying I did. I'm going to find out. Anyway, I turned off my alarms, except for my All Our Relations fire ceremony. And at noon, because I'm usually connecting in with some other circles. But it's like, that's my time to stop and have a couple of hours to myself, and then, although, with a couple of other families. Anyway, but I got up. My normal is like, oh wait, you're not on any kind of time schedule. Just take your time. And I get Garuda out, and yesterday I got sidetracked because Garuda started making some interesting noises. I get to the park, and there was like a shanoogle of people, and I'm like, this ain't happening. We are not doing our normal walk. U-turn. Struggled to get back up the hill. There was just kind of this really weird energy. I was being pushed forward, but it was like something was trying to pull me back. We make it up through the hill, and I had to stop and see about getting some water. They only had one little bottle of water, but they had these protein bars, and I'm like, I am not going to the grocery store. There is something crazy. Get your ass back to the apartment. And that's exactly what we did. So this morning, restart, right? So I'm like, oh, perfect. I can make it down to the river. I was so feeling I needed to be at the river this morning. But I remembered that Garuda was making some strange noises, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to get stuck somewhere. And, I was just like, oh, and I was like, no, trust. What's your real truth? You have everything you need right where you need it. So I checked some bolts because my basket's getting ready to come off. I lost one of the wing nuts. And I'm like, this basket's being held on with one wing nut. Okay? All right. But I got my art bag in there, and I got my ceremony bag, and has my drum and all of that in there, and Rashini's little bag, and it's like, okay, and I make my protein drink, and I make my water, and Garuda's like, just take me out and lube me up a little bit. So I spray the chain down real good. I'm like, okay, we're rolling with this, and we take off, and I just take my little bit of time because, well, I hadn't charged Garuda either. So I'm like, well, you say you got plenty of battery, but we're gonna find out. And we just took and moseyed along and took our own little grand time. I was very mindful of the bumps and so forth because, and they even stopped once or twice and double checked that wing nut, and it was like, okay, we're gonna keep going. Kept seeing the signs, and we get all the way down there, and it's like, okay, just in time for the fire ceremony. And I'm going, well, it is Ms. Amani's day, and she is very, very native, and so it's like ceremony happens on ceremony's time. And so I'm like, okay, we set up, and we made our little walk wander around, and it was so beautiful. And we get back, and I'm like, I had to take this picture of this mate. As soon as we got back, it was like freaking wow with the sun, right? I take this picture and not thinking anything of it. And sure, there was like some little waves and whatnots. Anyway, I'm like, are y'all going live? Are y'all going live? Because I've heard very, very clearly, stay out of the Zoom room for now. Just hop onto Facebook, do your little thing. You can zip in and out, because what I realized is I had left my other phone, which acts as my camera when I'm on my calls and so forth. I had left it behind. So anyway, the urge to want to jump into the Zoom room was like, no, stay back in the witnesser and just honor this time of solitude. You know, there's this, you're being held right now. I'm like, okay. So I continue on. And I'm holding, as soon as the ceremony began, it was like, oh, yes, we are all holding each other. Everyone's, and it was so, so beautiful. You could not have orchestrated it on a better freaking day. And Amani was doing her fire, and I'm like, oh, I've got to put some prayers into the fire. And I had some medicine that had carried with me, and I knew I needed to put that medicine into the river. So as she's doing her prayers and whatnot, you know, I'm doing that, and magic just, it was just so magical. It was just so magical. Now, different animal pieces came at these perfect little times, and I got an opportunity. What I love about being on Facebook versus being in the actual Zoom room is sharing, okay, wow, at this very moment, a little great blue heron flew right along the river. I mean, like, you know, from the south to the north, right? Well, actually, where the spaces of the river, it is from the west into the east. It's like, wow, you know, and this hummingbird came at this other perfect time, and this little sharp shin hawk come flying in and landed and was drinking some water. Now at that moment I could not, because, well, I think I did. I was like, but I didn't want to walk over, you know. I was like, oh, but being able to mark those precise moments with what is being shared and the feeling and the vibe, and watching the non-human animals respond with those energies. You know, there was this emergence of the fire and the water, and as I was drawing the picture, I'm going, wow, you know, we are right on the Mercury Cazimi. I remembered in the moment the transit, and so continuing on, come flying, and it's like, okay, and I get to this one spot, and it's like, time to make a beeline back. I'm like, okay, off we go, because we had this nice little moment of wandering through the trails, Rashini running alongside of Garuda. I mean, that's not something you cannot do with an iron pony, unless you got a really big dog. And so, and he absolutely loves it. He feels like he's running with a pack or something, you know. It's pretty cool. And of course, he's learned that, you know, if he gets wandered off too much, doesn't stick, I'm going to stick his little butt in the basket. He picked that up very, very quickly. Only took one time. I'm like, I mean business. Only one time. And he doesn't do that anymore. So, Anyway, interestingly enough, we made it all the way back. There were a couple of moments that was kind of like, how are you going to work this one, Spirit? And that flow, and we get right back in, and Garuda didn't make any noises. The wing nut did not loosen. The one little single wing nut did not loosen. And the instant I got Garuda inside the door, it was like swoosh. So there was definitely an energy carrying everything, at least for myself. At least for myself. And then there's the integration period. So I lay down in Shavasana for a while, and that's the integration period. And then it's, whoop, okay, we got some business stuff to take care of before we go into ceremony with and hold space for my mom's ceremony, who, blessed be, there's some other family members, my family members, excuse me, grandmothers and sisters that are going to be holding space as well. So you just have to let the energy waves move through. You know, I've been held before. We've all been held before. And there's many, many times you can feel being held, whether it's all spiritual through, ancestors, or, those on the ground here in the physical. And I heard it this morning. We've all done some really powerful work before, and we were hidden. And for good reason, for very good reason, which I'm learning about. However, it's different now. It's really, really tangibly resonating, different. I have no words for it. I have no words for it. But it is very different. And we all feel these gifts that we've made mistakes with. We're still going to make more mistakes with it, maybe, I don't know. It's different. It's like, it's different. I mean, even like right now in this moment, it's like you just want to take a bite of something and you can feel it. And yet there's nothing there. So it's like you can feel this energy and support accord, in this unity, in this... Oh, I wish I could show you this one picture on the wall. It feels just like that. But, you know, I'm looking around with my physical eyes and trying to bite with my teeth. And, and it's not there. And yet, it's good. It's okay. It's like, fuck yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna end it right there, y'all. This Sergeant Teresa, or, yeah, I hadn't said that in a while, because Sergeant Teresa got her bicycling orders, you could say, this morning. Literally. I got a kind of witnessing like an owl message of some training orders to begin adding, and I've been feeling it, and I've been doing it a little bit, but you know, it's just so easy to hit that little button. But I have been. My thighs are feeling it, I'll tell you that much. And now, and then so I'm like, okay, yeah, we will begin. So there's some physical things. It's we're gonna need at least those that are going to be in the physical, above and beyond some, you know, I heard Stefan yesterday. Was it Stefan? No, it was on the Paul Silky sharing, you know, we've all been praying for peace on earth, and earth is about ready to give it to us. It will end all wars, except for the war that is directly inside of yourself going, it shouldn't be like this. So you surrender to the flow and going, Mother Earth says it's going to be like this, and there will be peace, and we are going to regenerate, you know, the whole 9 yards. And so some physical stuff, you know, I mean, we are going to be brought back for a little while, and then there'll be the balance between the physical and this Wi-Fi AI intelligence thing. But I have a feeling that all of that little Wi-Fi intelligence stuff, it just might get like quick flatline for a while. We've all been feeling it. And remember what it's like to be real humans. And appreciate that. And then the two will come together in a good way. It's this whole kind of like the masculine and feminine thing. Mind, body, spirit, all must be in alignment. And Earth is about to bring that back into balance. And all we can say is, may it be done in the most loving and gentle way possible. Hey. So, and I I want to say I also must share I'm very, very grateful for all of the volunteers. Two-legged, four-legged, winged ones, creepy crawlers, standing ones, the rooted ones, flying ones, all of them that have volunteered to be a part of this in the physical, in the transition, and in the non-physical. Loving y'all.